Okay, I found stitch markers. I also found a dog. This is a French bulldog, but that has just parked itself in my lap because when I get my crochet hook and he sees that, he goes, "Hey, it's nap time. This is fantastic." And he settles in. So if you hear snoring, it's not me, it's him. 5 clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your stitch marker in the center of your center cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Other side, same thing. Stitch marker through the middle of your 3rd cluster. That's just going to help you when you come back through this row to do a bit of skipping and yeah, just square everything up. It makes life a bit easier. Chain 4. Turn your work. Work your cluster into this first space. And as you may have worked out, we always do this. This is just how every row starts. It's going to make sure that every motif is framed by 2 clusters, which helps this hold its shape and helps it keep the motifs kind of spread out and flat so that we can all appreciate your beautiful work. Wait, stop! We only work 2 double crochet. So I have my first cluster of 3, my second cluster of 3, but my 3rd cluster is only 2 double crochet. And then I'm going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now yarn over, hold that loop on the back of your hook so you don't lose your tension, and work 2 more double crochet into the next gap. So now you're working on the other side of your marked cluster. Ta-da! Amazing. Work 2 more clusters in that row. And just like the start of each row, this is what your corner always looks like. It's never different. It's always 2 clusters and a chain 2 for your corner. Chain 2, cluster, cluster. Okay, now we just do our 2 double crochet stitches, not 3. 1, 2. Here's my marked center. Chain 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the tension in that loop on the back of your hook and work 2 more double crochet into the next gap. 2 more clusters. Oops. Chain 1, double crochet into the gap, chain 4, turn your work. So just check you've got a chain 8 space on either side. I may have thought I don't need stitch markers last time I made this pattern. I also got like another 5 rows down here before I realized I'd never started the motif on the second side. I don't know why, my brain just stopped working. Anyway, work your first cluster. 1, 2, 3. Second cluster. 1, 2. I love bamboo, but it does split. It's a little bit evil. Okay, now we're going to chain 4. 1, no we're not, 2, 3, 4. Skip this full cluster, skip this half cluster, and work 2 single crochet over that chain 8 from your previous row. Okay, 2 stitches side by side, very happy to be there, fantastic. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip the half cluster, skip the full cluster, and work into the next gap. 1, 2, 3, and the next. Chain 2, cluster again, Oh, see, split a yarn. Let me just pick up that stitch because that will bug me. Damn it. Okay, got it. Got it. Finished. Next cluster. I was about to tell you to chain, but that would have been bad and wrong. 2, 3. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Work 2 single crochet in the 8 chain space. 1, 2, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip it, skip it. Cluster. Next cluster. Chain 1. Last double crochet of the row. Chain 4 and turn your work. Oh, now I have a blowfly. Awesome. So good being in Australia. Cluster into the chain 1 space as usual. 1, 2, 3. Cluster as usual. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you're going to skip over this last cluster. It's the framing effect that we love so much. And chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Work 2 single crochet into the chain 4 space. 1, 2. Sometimes working on those chains can feel a bit icky, but just try and keep your tension. Work 2 single crochet into the next 2 single crochet from the previous row. Okay, cool. And now 2 more single crochet into this chain space. 1, 2. Chain 5. Skip the next cluster and work into the space. Look at that. You're going to have your 2 framing clusters just like always, because that's the beauty of maths. Hold up. 2, 3. Chain 2. Work your next cluster into the same space. And another cluster. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 single crochet into your chain space. 1, 2. 2 single crochet into the next 2 single crochet. 1, 2. 2 more single crochet into the chain space. 1, 2. So you have a total of 6 single crochet sitting there. Chain 5. Yarn over and work your 2 clusters as usual. Whoop. 2, 3. Chain 1. Last double crochet of the row. Chain 4. Turn your work. Okay. So you can see this space is starting to form. If you've ever done like a dragonfly blanket, this is a pretty familiar shape. Let us work our first cluster. 1, 2, 3. Work our second cluster. 1, 2, 3. Now, obviously, we're going to skip the next cluster. Obviously, that seems to be the pattern here. Okay, we've done our 2 framing clusters, so now we enter into the motif. Chain 5. Work 1 single crochet this time into your chain 5 space from the previous row. Now you're going to work 1 single crochet into each of the 6 here. 1, 2, my dog's back to check me out, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more single crochet into the chain 5 space in the previous row. So I've done a total of 8 single crochet in a row. Chain 5. Hey Monty, you coming back to join me? You have to sit over there. Nope, sit down. Good boy. We don't stand on the laptop, but cheers. Well done. Okay. Work your next cluster. 2, 3. You want to help? Oh, that's so kind of you. And we're ready for our corner clusters now. 2, 3, chain 2. Hi, you good boy. Good boy. Sit down. Doesn't seem likely. 2, 3. Cluster in your next gap. 2. Boop. Yeah, you want some attention. Sorry, I'm a little busy. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into your previous chain 5 space. Now work 1 single crochet into the 6 from the previous row. 4. Whoop. Split a yarn. 5. 6. Chain 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip this next cluster. Really, it's fascinating. He's very talkative. Last cluster of the row. Chain 1. 1 more double crochet, and that's what we're up to, people. Okay, I'm going to sort my dog out. I'll see you in the next video for the next chunk. Hi, Monty.